What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published?
I'm gonna steal some content and then start a GoFundMe when I get sued. Is what happened to Ethan Klein, Casey Tron, Denims, and Frogger. Yo, welcome back to the Wacky Show. Today we're gonna be talking about Casey Tron, Ethan Klein, Frogger, and Denims, as I said. Already know before we get into the synopsis of the mission, we gotta do the rundown. We can start with Casey Tron since nobody fucking knows who this lady is. I wanted to use a different, meaner word, but you know, we're still like 30 seconds into the video. I can't even say that, can't use my alt yet. Well, essentially, she steals content, makes random videos, and plays games. This has nothing to do with anything, but her little about section on YouTube says girling out with the gays and the theys. Y'all should know this by now. I genuinely don't care what y'all are putting in y'all mouth from what gender, but I swear to God, is that not offensive? Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I swear the internet would not like that bio. Maybe it's like the N-word, where it's only cool if black people like me say it. Fucking with trying, I'll say it. Before I get too off topic, let's just move on to Frogger. Frogger is a political streamer that essentially hangs off the nutsack of Hassan Piker, so it's no surprise to me that she's just as evil, maniacal, and fucking stupid as Hassan. Literally like father, like daughter. And in case you think I'm just genuinely trying to be hateful and mean this episode, like I stubbed my toe before coming home or something, here's some fucking clips of Frogman.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. Okay? 6250. 9/11 baking stream with Raf and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raf, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake. And we'll make an airplane. And we'll recreate 9/11.
Gee golly williker, it's almost like I told y'all, she does nothing but talk about politics wrongly and then be stupid. We can move on to Denims now. Yeah, that's her name. I lied real quick before we get into Denims lore, just to go back to Frogger real quick. Normally I'd, use their like YouTube as a good reference as to what the fuck they even do on the internet, but she just doesn't have a fucking YouTube. And if she does, I definitely can't fucking find it, and it's not on her Twitch. But you know what is on Twitch? Her about section, her lovely about section. But the part I really want to focus on is the fact that she needs money desperately. She is damn near broke, it seems, because if you look at her about section, when you donate, it specifically says in all caps, no refunds. I genuinely didn't even fucking know that that was possible. I mean, it doesn't work anyways, because people could literally just call up their bank and say, hey, this streamer took my fucking money and they're trash, can I have it back? And then at that point, all the person has to do is just show the bank a clip of Frogger's stream, and the bank would probably just send them back like 500 just for the pain of watching that. Sorry, I'm getting off topic, but let's get back to Denims lore. She makes videos on Ethan Klein, is what she'd have you believe looking at her YouTube, because there's only 2 videos and they're both about Ethan, but she actually just steals content, or at least that's just the majority of her streams. And lastly, because I saved the best of them for last, H3H3 or Ethan Klein. Y'all know who Ethan Klein is, and if you somehow don't know, then he just makes videos basically talking about whatever the fuck he wants. Seems as if though through the grapevine I heard he's mainly doing his podcast now. Alright, boom, now that we got everybody's lore out the way, we can get into the wacky. So the story goes a little something like this. Ethan makes a video that he knew people wouldn't be able to not react to, and by people I mean streamers, and by streamers I mean a certain type of streamers. Y'all know the ones that just sit there and add 0 to the video, and some of them even just get up and walk away. But the video he used or made in question was his content nuke on Hassan Piker.
What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published?
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video, it's that I knew they would.
So essentially he goaded them into watching a video on stream and add nothing, therefore proving his point that they just basically steal content. And the worst part is some of them even advocate for it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
We're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
Yes, you've seen those clips correctly. They genuinely are proud of this. Like, this is an achievement or something. And all of these clips are the exact reason why they're all getting sued. And just to spin off of that real quick, obviously people on Twitter and even these streamers themselves have tried to say, oh, well, it's just because I'm a woman, or it's just because of this, or it's just because of that. No, Bo. No, Bo. It's the fact that they told people, yeah, we're all gonna stream it, and if you do watch it, just watch it through somebody else. Don't support him directly. Like, it's even in the lawsuit. You guys can check out his video if you want. I also forgot to mention that Ethan Klein decided to actually copyright the video, like legally and everything. So that meant if you decided to react to the video and do basically nothing the entire fucking time, or just do what they did and go out of your way to divert people that would have normally watched it over to your stream, which is essentially just stealing, but in a worse and way more malicious way. So yeah, H3H3 is suing these 3 content creators because of basically just them being dickheads. Well, not just that, them also blatantly stealing the content and being dickheads. And I guess none of them have enough money because they all banded together. Well, not really banded together, but they all decided to start a GoFundMe. I'm genuinely not joking. They started GoFundMes for the lawsuit that they have to fight in now. And I use the word fight lightly because that would go about as well as Goku versus Luffy, with H3 being Luffy and just absolutely mopping them up. But anyways, let's take a look at their GoFundMe. Surely they're amazing and heartfelt and wholesome and all types of stuff. So you see here we have Denims versus Ethan Klein Fair Use Lawsuit Defense Fund. That's the common theme that you'll notice between all of these. They're like a somewhat, or not somewhat, but quote unquote defense fund. Like, surely all of these major Twitch streamers can just come out of pocket to defend themselves. But anyways, you see here it has 28,000 monies raised. Yes, I'm gonna say the word monies. I know it don't make sense, but I don't give a fuck. And they have a goal of well, I'll say they, it's just her, Denims, but she has a goal of $100,000. Her bio about it, or about section, whatever you call it on GoFundMe, it says the fundraiser is to cover any legal fees associated with his complaint. Complaint is a really weird word to use when you're blatantly stealing his shit. But honestly, fuck all that. Let's look at some of the words of support, which, you know, some of them aren't so supporting, which I love. But we got Mr. S here with $5. In quotations, reacting is a funny way of spelling outright stealing someone else's content by admission. Anyway, here's $5 for when it inevitably ends up in Ethan's pocket. Bro was right when he called you a dumb bitch. Rest in piss, Hassan and co. That got extremely fucking brutal extremely fast. I read like the first sentence and thought it was normal. Then there's Anita Maxwin, Ethan's second mega fridge fund. Can't wait for my king to get vindicated in court. William N, another $5. Hey Ethan, please enjoy these $5. I obviously handpicked a few. There's a bunch of people trying to support her, like some dillweed that threw $500 at her, saying like, go get him Denims or some shit like that. Like, bro, she's not gonna let you smash. But like I was saying before I got a little sidetracked, there were some people, you know, that tried to throw some money at her to, you know, help support with the defense fund and everything. Unfortunately, unbeknownst to them, this is pretty much a clear-cut case. They're not winning, and all of that money they're donating is going straight into Ethan's pocket. Here we have Frogan's lawsuit defense fund. I told y'all it was genuinely a theme, and her goal is $200,000. Like, you're not getting $200,000 for that. But fortunately for her, she's raised $26,000 for Ethan's pocket. I mean, you know, her defense fund, because they have a chance at winning. Immediately, one of the words of support, if that's even what they want to call it, is Brandon Shore with $5. This is $5 for Ethan. Next time, live your life by not hurting others and lose some weight, fatso. I don't even know what to say to that. That's just fucked up. Mr. S, $5. For the record, this isn't for you. You're a trash human being. This is for Ethan when it inevitably ends up in his bank account. Rest in piss, Hassan and co. Yeah, safe to say some of these people aren't really happy. And lastly, there's Casey Tron's legal defense against Ethan Klein with this scuffed ass photo. You know, for someone who smoked 42 times watching his video, you know, I don't think that she should be making Ethan Klein look like the pothead here. I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know in the comments section. But she's raised the most pathetic amount at $9,325. I mean, like I said, all of this money they're trying to raise is going straight into his pocket. So it genuinely doesn't matter how much they try to raise or how much they do raise. It just won't matter. But yeah, her goal is 100,000 if I haven't said it already, which, like I said, it just won't even hit that. But her about section is easily the funniest. Ethan Klein is suing me for reacting to his video on Hassan. Like Ethan Klein said in his video, she did more smoking than she did watching and commenting and adding anything to the video. So using the word react is kind of crazy. Mr. S back at it again with another big juicy crazy 5. The fall off is strong with this one. Here's $5 for when it inevitably gets to Ethan. I'm starting to think that this Mr. S guy don't really like these people too much. Bong Water comes in with a strong 5. I hope this donation helps you find a good rehab center after Ethan takes your bong away. Thomason Wright, I think that's how you pronounce that guy's first name, throws $100 out and says, Ethan, remember when Gila had access to a button that played cricket sounds? This is my campaign to bring it back. These people are almost as unhinged as Twitter users, like daily users of Twitter. And y'all want to know the craziest part about all of this? It was meant for mainly Hassan, and unfortunately he didn't fucking watch it, but this is just as good in my opinion because these three are damn near the queens of talking crazy shit and being hypocrites while also trying to be politically correct and never fucking succeeding at it ever. Oh yeah, speaking of Hassan, people made a great point. How come he doesn't just open up his big crazy mega wallet and just, you know, help them out? I don't really got nothing to add on to that except for, you know, that's a good ass point. How come he isn't opening his big crazy mega wallet and helping them out? He's supposed to be the crazy mega alpha sugar daddy and everything. All right, this video goddamn too fucking long for my liking, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I don't even really got nothing else to say on this other than it's the wackiest shit ever. And I was gonna say I hope Ethan wins. He will, and when that does happen, we can all crack open a nice crisp bottle of eggnog. I seen you laughing while you was eating your Oreo. Can I have an Oreo? Ah, fuck you, I got some anyways. But anyway, since you was laughing and I seen you laughing, you might as well make that big red button, a big gray button, sub to the channel. That way you can stay up to date with the newest shit. Other than that, I'm gonna see y'all bladers in the next episode. Bye bye. What's good? Welcome back to the special little outro. Hope you enjoyed the video. I assume you did since you made it to the special little outro. If you want more wacky, go to my Twitch. That's twitch.tv/JoshVHS. I can confirm that we're recording the collab tomorrow. So yeah, you guys can stop grilling the fuck out of me about them. Please, guys, please. But other than that, I don't really have anything else to say other than bladers. Thank you for your time. And remember to let it rip.
Come alive.